in order to totally immerse in the culture of Javanese, it is imperative to see the Javanese dance. The cheapest way and the easiest way to see it is to see it from the Yogyakarta Palace. So in this episode, I'm going to bring you to the Yogyakarta Palace. This then is the real Palace Museum. Oh, I was here yesterday, in fact. Passed by here. Yep, I've made a boo-boo earlier on, going to the horse carriage museum thinking that it is the museum palace. So let me get the ticket right in front. That's the ticket booth. Now heading to the entrance to the palace. Thank you.
Okay. 1, 3.
Yeah.
Ticket, yeah?
3 ticket.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Abang.
Yeah.
Today is museum day. at the backstage. (1928). So this palace is guarded by these people, some figurines. So I'm entering into the palace. So this is the palace ground. Looks like a musical pavilion. That's another dance hall. It looks like ancient king has a lot of merrymaking. So all these are the exterior. So given that Indonesia is in a tropical country, so it makes sense to have a lot of building structure that is outdoors and also airy. Yeah. So it's more for a practical reason. So going into another garden. Wow, there's another performance here. I think this is the training school. Look at the trainer. So the one outdoor is the real performance. This is the training school. These are really hard work. Very impressive. A lot of hard work goes into it. Look at the sweaty bodies. Everybody is like sweating from head to toes. There are various houses within the palace complex, each introducing a different kind of art piece. I think this is a batik. Wow, it's air conditioned. I love it. So the batiks are traditional clothing for this part of the world. So these are the different parts of the dressing. That's the traditional wedding, a Javanese wedding, and what they dressed. So the groom and the bride. The signages are not very clear, so you just go around, bumping around. So you see that earlier, the stretcher. So in front of me is another house where people goes in and out. So let's check out the place. Check out here. IT. So this is still one part of the entire palace. By the way, the Sultan of Yogyakarta is the only royal family in the whole of Indonesia right now. And he's still operating. Yeah. So he's still the king of the Yogyakarta and the only one. So this palace is a part of his entire palace. So I think just like many other kings in the Europe countries, so they compartmentalize one part of the palace and make it as a museum. Yeah, start collecting fees. This is the Western style room or house. Yeah, let's see what's in there. Yep, a lot of wrought iron. Oh, where's the entrance? Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah. So I came in via the wrong door. Okay. You see, this palace, it looks like a labyrinth. Almost all buildings are the same. Yep. Right, so this is the house that I'm supposed to go to. Spices. The banyan tree. So this is the land that he rules, of which Yogyakarta, that's the capital. I think this forms part of, not the entire, but part of Central Java. That's the rice plant that we see along the way on the train yesterday. The wayang kulit, the batiks. Right, that's a traditional game. And that's the exit. Yeah, just now I came in, tried to come in from here. Thank you. Yep, I came in by the right way. Any more houses, any more things to see. I think without a proper signages, I tend to like just walk blindly, aimlessly. When I see door, I go in. Have I been there before? I think that is the entrance, if I'm not wrong. And I think I'm lost within this compound. I think that's enough. I'm leaving the Palace Museum right now. Personally, I think it's highly recommended to come over here. So this is what you get to see over here. Yeah, so the performance. So there are actually two performance theatre. So one is at the entrance. So that one is a more formal dance performance. And the other one is right in the inner courtyard. And that's for the trainee. Yeah. So the official one, okay, the one outside, only perform from 9 to 12. Yeah. So if you come in the afternoon, you will miss that. But I believe what's in the trainee section, okay, is always there. So just outside the museum, you can find this lelong with. Just spot your picture. Okay, I didn't see myself in there. So that's it. Leaving this place. Wow, look at those ball-headed chicken. They look like vultures, man. Except we know that it's chicken. A short distance from the palace is you can find a mosque here. So that's the Palace Mosque. So I've been here yesterday, just that I do not know where exactly it is because I haven't got round with the concept of this place. Yeah. So now that I'm very familiarized with this city, so I begin to kind of piece all these pictures together, all this small little knowledge. So that's the entrance to the mosque. I'm probably not going in there. I'm just taking a video around the building. So this is the mosque. Although I say I'm not going in, but in the end, I'm still going in. Yeah. I'm still like having this FOMO mentality. So this is the ladies' side. The men's should be here. Alright, that's a quick visit of the mosque. So going out of the old palace area, going into the Malioboro neighborhood. Oh, you see that's big look. That reminds me of Universal Studio, the way they do it. I'm taking a rest outside of a supermarket. So after finishing 2 bottles of drinks. Wow, weather is damn hot. Again, when it comes to hot weather, I don't really feel like eating, more like wanting to finish my drinks. Yeah, it's more thirsty than hungry. Oh, but compared to India, I think the weather here is much more bearable. Not sure why, because I would believe that this is closer to the equator. It's not as hot as I thought to be. From the old palace museum that we just went to earlier. So right behind me is where the Sultan of Yogyakarta currently stay. So this house behind me. So it's not as big as the palace, although it's still quite big in terms of by my definition. So 78 years of independence. So the king currently now stays just about maybe 1 kilometer away from his old palace, and very near to this Malioboro street.
From Vietnam?
No.
This?
No, not Vietnam.
Where are you from?
Huh? Singapore.
Oh, Singapore. Because this is
This is not. This is from Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah. This president house.
Yes.
President.
President or Agong?
Yeah, Sultan. Yeah, Gedung Agung.
Agong, right?
Gedung Agung. This is I working for garden.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Oh, by the way, this T-shirt that he mentioned, 1997. I actually bought it in 1997 when I was in Hong Kong. Yeah, before the Hong Kong handover. So what I'm wearing is actually an antique T-shirt. How many years? Let me see. 97. Coming to 30 years. Oh, and it's still in very pristine shape. I'm going to Malioboro. Yeah. This is usually a night place, but I just want to see how different it is come daytime. So this is Hamza Batik. I went in last night, so I'm not going in again. There's a cafe by the side. One day I must drink the Javanese coffee before leaving Java. So this is zone number 4. So apparently I think the whole stretch of road is divided into 4 zones. Yes. That's the map here. Zone 1, 2, 3, 4. The whole stretch of road is about maybe more than 1 kilometer, 1.5 kilometer or so. So unlike at night, normally at night this road is normally closed to traffic. Only kind of horse carriages and rickshaw is able to travel on this road. Now it's daytime, so you see cars here. Alright, I have to cross the road. I believe I've not been to this part of the Malioboro. There's just so many things sold here. Okay, let me try going in. I think I was here yesterday. Yeah, at the very last part of my trip. So it's clothes and more clothes. So if you want to buy clothes, this is the place to go to. Even the clientele mix, I think the stuff here are more affordable. It's a little bit different from Hamza Batik. I think that place is a little bit more high end.